continue to square one. Okay.
May I start with Facebook one? Yep.
Yep.
Cool. Can you see the time there? It's about 2 minutes ahead, I think.
Start now.
Yeah, do you want me to come in now? Yeah, okay.
Stay behind.
Up to you.
Hello everyone, welcome to Square One's 1:15 Wednesday Pilates class. My name is Jeremy the physio and this is Lucy the physio. We'll be demonstrating some exercises for you today. Bear in mind we are having some slight technical issues with the sound, so hopefully if it's not working already then it will be working by the end of the video. Otherwise try and just keep along anyway. So the mat class today is accessible by anyone. I pitch it at different levels, basic, intermediate, and a bit more advanced. So stick with the level that is right for you today. And this workout requires no equipment at all, just a mat and a smile and somewhere to move. All right, are you ready, Lucy?
Ready.
Excellent. Have a lie down on your back for me, please, monkey. Good. And we're going to have the knees bent and the feet flat. And let's go arms down by the side to start off with. Beautiful. So we're just going to start by tilting the pelvis forward and backwards. So as we exhale, we imprint the pelvis that way. And then as we inhale, we roll the pelvis the other way, creating a little arch underneath our back. Lovely. So exhale, rolling the pelvis one way. Inhale, rolling the pelvis the other way. Excellent. Very nice. So what this is doing, this is just connecting us into our pelvis and into our lower back. And it's showing us how, as we move the pelvis around, it affects the position of our lower spine on the mat. Very nice. Keep going with this, Lucy. Then, if this is enough for us, we stay with this variation. Otherwise, if we'd like a little bit more of a challenge, we're going to move into some bridges. So what we're going to do today is we're going to imagine that from our tailbone, we've actually got a monkey's tail that's extending and curling around and holding onto something at the roof. As we inhale to prepare, we're going to exhale, curl our tail under, tighten that tail and peel ourselves up here. Take an inhale breath. And as we exhale, rolling down, keep that monkey tail connected to the ceiling and feeling it lengthening and tractioning out your spine, everyone. Good. Inhale breath here. And exhale, peeling back up, one vertebra at a time, all the way up, coming to the tips of the shoulder blades. Take an inhale breath here. And exhale, rolling back down. Beautiful work, team. Let's all do one more beautiful articulated monkey tail bridge like this. Exhale, peeling up, pausing up at the top here. Then we're going to float the right leg up into a tabletop position. Awesome. Pop that back down into its footprint. And then exhale, float the left leg up into tabletop. Pop that back down into its footprint. Excellent. Exhale, float the right leg up. And inhale, float the left leg back down. Very nice. So as we continue to march here, everybody, pelvis stays even, so the two hip bones are level with each other. And we're only bringing this leg up to a tabletop position, so 90 degrees there. Perfect. Where we should be feeling this is in through the back of the hamstring and in through the back of the thigh. We know a lot of our patients here love our glute and our hamstring work. Looking at you, Andrea. And let's bring this left leg up into tabletop. Pause here, everyone. And we're going to peel down through our spine, keeping the leg in tabletop. Awesome. Inhale, breath down here. And exhale, peeling back up, Lucy. Awesome. Inhale. And exhale, rolling back down. We're going to do 3 more. Awesome. 3 more bridges like this. If the single leg bridge is a little bit too challenging for you, everyone, pop this spare foot down onto the ground. So we've only got one, so we've got 2 feet down. But if this is the right level for you, continue on with this. And our technical people are running around doing the sounds, so hopefully that will all be resolved shortly. Nice. One more here, everyone. This time we roll back up into our bridge. Good. Keep that monkey tail nice and tight. Pop this foot back down here. Bring the right leg up into tabletop. Establish that pure tabletop position. And then exhale, peeling back down every vertebra. Inhale there. And exhale, peeling back up again. Inhale at the top. Exhale, rolling down. Thank you. Good. Now, whilst we're doing our bridge here, let's just pay a moment of attention to the upper half of our body. Keep the shoulders relaxed and melting down, away and out of the ears. Very nice. 2 more here, everyone. Coming up, rolling back down. Last bridge, team, make it your best. Rolling up here. Fold this knee, pop it back down onto the floor, and then peel back down through the spine very slowly all the way, and then bring our pelvis back into a neutral position. Awesome, great. Let's now float the right leg up into a tabletop position. Remember, we've learned this. Thigh vertical, shin horizontal. Bring the left leg up into tabletop to join it. Again, vertical thigh, horizontal shin. Inhaling to prepare, and as we exhale, we're going to stretch the right leg out long and low. Inhale as we fold it back in, and then exhale, stretch the left leg out long and low. Inhale to bring it back in. Very nice. Continuing on with this, everyone. And what I'd like us to pay particular attention to today is our rib cage, making sure that the bottom tips of our ribs are funneling down towards our hips. And what Lucy's going to start to demonstrate now is a slightly more advanced version where we take the leg longer and lower down to here. Inhale back in, and then exhale, stretch the leg out long and low. Very nice. So the longer and the lower that we go with the leg, the more that we work into our stomach muscles, but we want to make sure we're keeping the ribs connected down and the tummy engaged. Very nice work, Lucy. Awesome. Stretch it out. Pause there. Hold it for 6, 5, 4. Some shakes are good. Draw this tummy in. 3, 2, 1. Bring it back in and stretch the right leg out long, holding it here for 6, 5. And I'd like to tell everyone at home that my mum has tuned in from Adelaide today with some of her friends. So hi, Mum. Always wanted to do that. And bring it back in. Pop one foot back down onto the ground, followed by the other foot down here. Awesome. Let's now move into our chest lift here, Lucy. So we're going to take the hands behind the back of the head, have the elbow tips in at the side there. Hips are staying level there. We exhale as we peel up into a chest lift, thinking that you've got a zipper in between your ribs, curling that up, tightening the zipper there. And then exhale, inhale to roll back down. And then exhale to peel back up again. So again, we're keeping the pelvis level, a little bit of a lift underneath this lower back here. And it's not about flattening the chin to the chest. We want to maintain that soft peach underneath the chin better. So that way we have a long, elegant neck. Isn't that right, Lucy? Lovely. Now, if this is enough for us, we stay here. If you'd like a little bit more, Lucy's going to peel up with everyone at home. She's going to reach her arms long and take hold of both of her thighs, bend at the elbows to come up a little higher. Hands will come back behind the head and then roll back down through the spine. Awesome. Keep this tailbone heavy and flat. Exhale to peel back up. Inhale, reach the arms long, curl up a little higher, hands back behind the head again, and rolling back down. Let's do one more of these together, team. Pelvis stays level, lower back a little lifted, exhaling up. Inhale, reach the arms long, curl up a little higher, take the hands back behind the head. Pause here now, everyone. Now, take your right shoulder across towards your left hip there. So it's not about elbow to hip, it's about shoulder to hip. Back into the center, and then take your left shoulder across to your right hip. Inhaling back to the center, and then exhale, rotating to the other side. Very nice. Lucy's going to demonstrate a few more of these. Key points we're looking out for here, team. Pelvis is staying very heavy, like you've got that tray of champagne across both of the hips, and we're keeping the elbow tips out wide. They're remaining in our peripheral vision. They're not obscuring our vision like we're doing the sprinkler. Very nice. Back into the center, roll down for a moment, pause there. What we're going to do now is we're going to integrate the single leg stretch that we were doing previously, or half of the crisscross to make the entire full crisscross exercise. So Lucy's going to curl up into her chest lift here again. And remember, if it's enough, the chest lift, that's all we need to do. Otherwise, bring the other legs up into tabletop. 1 and 2. Now from here, as she takes her right shoulder to her left knee, she's going to stretch this right leg out long here. She's twisting like she's wringing all of the air out of her right rib cage. Inhale, come back in through the center, and then exhale, take the left shoulder to the right hip here. Inhale back into the center, and then exhaling to the other side. And what you'll notice, Lucy's doing a fantastic job of keeping her shoulder blades almost lifted up off the mat the whole time. Very good. 2 more either side. Dig deep, everyone. This should actually be very challenging. You feeling challenged, Lucy? Good, good, excellent. Keep going. Noted. And twist to the side here. Pause here. And we're going to hold it for 6, 5, 4. Have a little smile, everyone. 3, 2. Keep breathing. Don't go red, Lucy. 1. Back into the center and twist to the other side. Holding it here. Twist and twist and twist for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back in and lowering back down with control. Excellent. Good. Pop the arms down by the side, everyone at home, and Lucy, who is here with me. Stretch the left leg out long, and then we're going to reach the right leg up towards the ceiling here. Now, if we're a little bit impaired through our hamstring length, it's okay. Lucy's going to demonstrate that with a bent leg today. If you've got the hamstring range available at home, do the straight leg variation. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to do the single leg circle. So this right leg is going to come down straight towards the floor. It's not going to touch the floor, and then it's going to go around and then back up above the hip here. Exhale, take the leg down, and then inhale, take the leg back around to the roof. Exhaling down, inhaling around. Excellent. Now this should be quite challenging, so we'll only do another 3 more of these. Again, what I'd like you to focus on is both of the hip bones staying level with each other. Very nice. Then let's move in the reverse direction. So this time we'll inhale as we take it around, and then exhale as we bring it back up. Inhale around, exhale back up. Now it's not about the size of your circle, it's about how controlled we can make it. Very good. 1 more here, please, Lucy. Then let's lower this leg all the way back down to the floor. Bring the left leg straight up towards the ceiling and take the leg down with an exhale, inhale breath, and then exhale, bring it up and around. Inhale, lowering it down, exhaling to bring it up and around. Very good for your hip control, very good for stretching out your hamstring and giving you a little neural floss for your neural mobility. Beautiful. One more circle this way here, Lucy. You might notice a little difference from one side to the other, where you might be a little tighter in one leg or the other one. And we're now doing the reverse. So we inhale as we take the leg out, and then exhale to sweep it up. Very nice. Inhale around, exhaling back up. Very good. Keep working, everyone. This will be working into our tummy muscles as well, especially the oblique muscles on the opposite side as it stabilizes our pelvis. Perfect. Then bend that knee for me, Lucy. Pop that foot back down onto the ground. Bend the other knee for me. Good. Now, from here at home, everyone, we're going to take the legs up into tabletop position. We're going to take the hands behind the back of the thighs. We're going to have the elbows out a little wider like we're a ballroom dancer. Inhaling here to prepare. And as we exhale, we're going to start to tuck the chin into the chest, just like we did in our chest lift. Reach the legs forward, Place the feet onto the ground, stay curled, and then bones stack up very tall from the tail first. Inhale there. Exhale, we roll back down, starting at the tail, curling down, imagining we've got that long monkey tail curling up towards the roof. Here again, rolling down, and this is dynamic core in action. Lovely. Inhale there. Exhale, rolling back up. Feet come to the floor. Bones stacking up very tall. And exhale, rolling back down. Lucy's going to demonstrate one more of these, and then we'll move on to a slightly more advanced version. Good. And curling up. Slide the chin between, the zip between the ribs. Now, if that's enough for you, stick with that version. If you'd like a little bit more, stretch the legs out to long and straight. Straight, Lucy. And let's reach the arms out long in front of you. Inhale to sit as tall and upright as you can. And then as you exhale, keep your arms parallel with your legs for as long as they can go. Peeling down and then imprinting one vertebra after the next. Take the arms over the head. Keep these ribs funneling and connected down. Exhale, bring the arms up. Inhale, start the chest lift. And then exhale, coming up and over the thighs here. Stay curled, Lucy. Curled there, pause there. See how she's in a C-curved shape here, but the arms are parallel with the thighs. Good. Bone stack back up tall again. And then exhale to roll back down. Imprint every vertebra one at a time. Very nice. Lucy's keeping her shoulders melted and relaxed down out of her ears. Arms come up and over. Rib cage stays funneled down at the front. Arms come up. Start the chest lift. Reach the arms long over the top of the legs. Keep them parallel. Don't let them drop, everyone. Good. Bone stack back up tall. 2 more roll downs. As we roll down, reach your heels long in the opposite direction there to lengthen out through the front of the thighs and the body. Come all the way down, arms go over the head, and reach the arms back up, chin to chest, curling up. Awesome, Lucy. Chin to chest, stay curled, my friend. Come back up tall, and rolling back down. Reach those arms long, reach them long, reach them long. Good. And pause here, everyone. And roll down a little further, and then pause there. And roll down a little bit more. Come on, Lucy, keep rolling. And pause there. And rolling back down, pause there. And last one, roll all the way back down. Beautiful. Stretch the arm over the head here. Reach the arms and the legs equal and opposite in both directions, like you're giving yourself a lovely stretch. Perfect. Then bring the legs back up into tabletop for me, please, Lucy. Take the hands behind the back of the thighs. We'll do one more assisted roll-up to come all the way up to seated. So send the legs forward, coming up, lovely. And then we'll come into our mermaid sit, facing towards the front of the room here, everyone. So in our Z sit position here, if this is not comfortable for our knees, what we can do is we can do it with the legs crossed, or we can do it on a chair with the legs dangling over the front at home. Let's take the arms out towards the side here, please, everyone. Elongate up very tall through the spine. Send this hand down towards the side here. And then we come up and over here, opening up the rib cage through the side. Bring the arms back up towards here. Reach equal and opposite both sides. Hand goes down. And then we go up and over to the other side, opening out through the rib cage. Bring the arms back up again, reaching long. And then left hand goes back down, up and over into our mermaid stretch. Very nice. One more here, please, Miss Lucy. Beautiful. And coming up, placing the left hand down onto the ground, coming up and over here into our mermaid. Pausing here. Now let's all focus on this hip here, everyone, the one that's slightly lifted. Let's aim to keep that pressing down as much as we can. And then we're going to take this top arm and thread it through this little gap here, moving into our rotated mermaid shape, giving ourselves that yummy stretching through the back of the shoulder cuff here. And every exhale breath I'd like you to do, I want you to twist a little further and a little further. And we'll de-rotate ourselves back out. Take the hand over the head and coming all the way back up. And let's change the position of the legs to stretch out the hips the other direction. And we'll just do a few mermaids on the side, and then we'll do our thread the needle. So sitting up first of all, very tall, place the right hand down onto the mat, and then we come up and over into our side stretch here, coming back up tall again, everyone, and then over towards the left. Good. And you'll notice that you'll get a little bit more movement on one side than the other side. That's okay. That's perfectly normal. When you go over to this side here, your hips are a little bit freer to allow more movement. And when you go over to the side, they're a little bit more tightly packed, so we won't be able to go quite as far on that side. Perfectly normal for what you're feeling at home. Then place this right hand down onto the ground here, everyone. Up and over here, thread this arm through here, press this, oh, did you see how Lucy lifted that hip? Think about that hip sitting back heavy and then twisting through, giving us that lovely stretching through the back of the shoulder blade and into our thoracic spine. Every exhale breath will twist a little further and a little further and a little further, coming back with the hand here over the head and then coming all the way back up again. Beautiful. Let's go arms down by the side. Lucy, well done. Let's come to lying on our stomach now.
Head up that end.
Yep, head up that end. Yep. Awesome. So let's go the elbows bent and the hands flat. So the hands are underneath the shoulders here. Elbows are tucked in at the side like little grasshopper wings. The legs are long and relaxed. If this is a little bit too much for your lower back, you can connect your big toes together and then let your heels flop out towards the side. Otherwise, keep them long and straight. From here, we draw the shoulder blades down, and then we're going to come up just into our little lift of the top half of the body. So aiming to move the part from the bra strap and above, or if you're a man at home wearing a heart rate monitor, the heart rate monitor strap and above. Inhale, exhale as you go back down again. Good. So what I want you to do is I want you to imagine that your lungs on either side is one balloon on either side. And as you inhale, we're filling the balloons up with air, and that's providing us with the impetus to come into extension, and then exhale as we lower ourselves back down. Very nice. 3 more of these, everyone. Inhale, filling up our rib cages, the balloons in the rib cages full of air, and exhale to lower back down. 2 more. As we do this, take the biggest possible inhale breaths that you can, everyone. Use these lungs, expand the rib cage, and exhaling back down. Very nice. Let's do 1 more here. So if this is where we need to stay, we'll stay with this version. Coming back down. Now, if that's enough for us, we stay there. Otherwise, the next version is a slightly more advanced version. It's the swan. So we're going to press the elbows back, come into that same lift there. Now from here, we're going to start to extend the elbows up to straight, and we're going to lift the pelvis up off the mat with us here. So what you've got is you've got a smooth curved line from the back to the top of the neck, and then bend the elbows, and then start to roll back down again. And again, we think about imprinting one vertebra after the neck. Keep the head lifted a little bit more here, Lucy. Coming all the way down. Lovely. Coming through that same extension position we were starting with, and then press the elbows back in space. Coming up into a chest lift here. Coming up, 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 up. Shoulders down and out of the ears. Big inhale breath there. And exhale, rolling back down, all the way down, Lucy. Great work. So this is taking our whole spine into what we call extension. Everyone, this is really good to undo the effects of sitting at a desk or at your kitchen bench all day doing your work, or if you're all day at the homeschool helping the kiddies do the schoolwork or the grandkiddies. Rolling back down. And we'll do 1 more swan here together, everyone. Beautiful work. I'm focusing a little bit more on extension today than I have in the past weeks to give you a little bit of variety. Coming up, elbow tips in close at the side, shoulders melting out of the ears, and rolling back down. Awesome, all the way. Great. Let's then send our bottom back onto our heels to give ourselves a stretch here. So bottom back down to here, having a stretch, reaching the arms forward. Nice. Excellent. Then let's stretch ourselves back onto our tummy again, everyone. So reach the arms out long. Lovely. And let's then prop ourselves up onto our elbows like we're a little sphinx. We're going to keep the shoulders melting out of the ears. Now, even though we're about to start moving the legs, I'd like you to observe that she's got this smooth curve through her upper back here, and we're going to maintain that. If this is a little bit too much for your lower back, you can come down to lying in your tummy. Otherwise, we're going to move into the double leg kick. So from here, we're going to bend one knee, beat our heel into our bottom twice. 1, 2, stretch the leg long, lift the thigh, and then lower that leg back down. Then we bend the other leg. 1, 2, stretch it long and lowering it down. Bend the leg, beat, beat, stretch, and lowering it back down. Beating the other leg, beat, beat, stretch, and back down. And I'd like you to observe the difference between a quick, quick, and then the long, slow reach. Very good. And beat, beat, stretch it long, lowering back down. And beat, beat, stretch it long, back down. Good. Keep going with that rhythm, everybody. But what you'll notice is that your upper bodies, have they started to sag now? Let's make sure that, keep going with the legs though, make sure that, lots to think about, make sure that the upper body is still organized and energized, long through the spine here, like you've got someone gently tugging on your ponytail here. Awesome. One more on either side, Lucy. Stretch it long and back down, stretch, stretch, long. Awesome. Then place your hands back underneath your shoulders, everyone, and we'll send ourselves back into another child's rest position here, giving ourselves one more stretch in through our back. So these exercises are very good, that we can do them anytime during the day if we're feeling particularly stiff or tight. Think of them all as all little tools that you can utilize in your day-to-day life. Now, from here, Lucy's going to pour herself back down onto the mat, lying on her side facing towards the camera. Let's then have the underneath arm bent, and we're going to have the knees bent and the heels in line with the sitting bones. We know that our underneath waist is a little bit lifted underneath here. We connect the heels together, and we're going to move into the clamshell with leg extensions. So from here, we're going to take this knee up, pause here. We're then going to stretch that leg out straight, tap the toes back together again. So bend this knee for me, Spunk. Yeah. And just once. And lower that knee back down. So it's knee goes up, toe goes out, toes touch, knee goes down. Perfect. Exhale, take the leg up, stretch it long, tap the knee back down, and back down there. Awesome work. Very nice, everyone. Fabulous. So what we'll start to feel will be this nice little familiar sense of warmth in through these glutes here. And we'll do 2 more of these together. And remember, it's not about how high or how open we can get this leg, but it's about how still we can keep the pelvis. So from here, keep this leg long. We're now going to tap the toe down to the ground in front of us, bring it back up, and then tap down to the ground behind you. Bring it back up, and then tap it down. So we're making a letter A shape here, like a little inverted V shape. Excellent. If it's a little bit too challenging to do the inverted V, you can just do little dips whoop, whoop, over there, like little rainbows from the front of the mat to the back of the mat. Good. This should now be challenging us quite a lot in the top of the hip here. She's not giving away much on her face. She's got quite a good poker face, but she is burning. You're burning, aren't you, Lucy? Yeah, burning. Good, good. Then from here, let's reach that leg back long towards here, and we're going to do some little circles with this leg here. So with our circle, I'd like this leg to go as far back as it goes forward. Excellent work, Lucy. Good. A little bit bigger. Good. Work those circles at home, everyone, please. And let's then circle the leg in the reverse direction as well. Take it back and over. Awesome. Great work. 3 more here. Nice work, Lucy. Then let's bend this top leg, place this leg down onto the mat in front of you, stretch the underneath leg out long. We're going to have this knee bent and anchored, stretch the underneath leg out long, and we're going to exhale as we float the underneath leg up, and then inhale as we lower it back down. Very good. Exhale, leg goes up, inhale, leg goes back down. So we've been working on our inner thigh lifts already, and it's about keeping the knee long and straight. Great. Let's do 2 more of these here, Lucy. And then everyone, we're going to keep this leg lifted up here. And we're now with our big toe going to write our first, middle, and last name in big capital letters, not small cursive like that, Lucy, but big, delicious capital letters, and really enunciate each of the letters. And if anybody at home, keep going, Lucy. And do you have a middle name?
Yes.
Yes. You're not going to say it to the camera? No. Okay, that's fair. If you don't have a middle name at home, you can put Jeremy into the middle of your life. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Good. And doing all these little movements with the leg, what this is going to do, this is going to challenge different fibers of our inner thigh muscles. And if everybody on... What was that?
Forgot what letter I was on.
Forgot what you were up to. Just go from Y.
Start again.
L-U-C-Y. Awesome work. And once we've done that, everyone, lower that leg all the way back down. Have both of the legs bent now. Perfect. Then let's interlace the fingers behind the back of the head. And we're going to do a different variation on the book opening today. I like this variation because this really opens at the front of the chest, but it also stretches out the top of the spine. So we're going to open the top elbow up to the roof and then twist and turn the head that way there to look towards the wall behind us. Inhale into the rib cage, and then exhale, bring that elbow back down in front of us. Good. Inhaling there, and exhale, twisting and opening. So with the elbow bent like this, it makes it more of a rib stretch rather than an arm stretch or a pec stretch at the front of the chest. Perfect, Lucy. Awesome. 1 more of these. And I'm sure you all appreciate, everybody at home, that if you were at the studio this week doing our group classes, I would have definitely put Easter Bunny ears on each and every single one of you. And for the people that usually think the costumes are optional, it wouldn't have been optional this year, not that I've ever given you a choice. Lovely. And 1 more here. And if you've never done one of my classes before a public holiday, come around for the next public holiday and we'll get you in dress up as well. Then, okay, very nice. Let's spin ourselves around 180 degrees, everyone. So we'll go hit the other end. So we're still facing towards our devices or our computers. Let's have the knees bent to start with, the underneath the arm, underneath the head. Hand is flat down onto the earth here in front of our rib cage. And we did our clam with our leg extension. So we bring the leg up, stretch the knee long, toe tap back down, and then lower the knee back down there. Excellent. Exhaling up, stretch the leg long, toe tapping back down. Awesome. Now, as we go with this one, everyone, remember our little key checkpoints that we're thinking about. Pelvis is stacked. Roll that top hip forward and keep that little bit of a lift underneath the waist here, like you've got a little Cadbury creme egg underneath here ready for you to eat on Sunday morning. Sunday morning's egg day, isn't it?
Sure.
Not sure, I hope I should know that. Lovely. 2 more of these. And make this next one our best one. And stretch that leg long. Keep that leg long, everyone. We're going to tap it down to the mat in front of us. Bring it back up. And then tap it back to the back of the mat behind us. Bring it back up again. Very nice. So this is working into our glute med here. And what we're doing here with Lucy is we're doing an inverted V, so a triangle shape with this leg here. If that's a little bit too challenging or hurting into the hip, just do a little semicircle shape over here. Otherwise, really try and make this movement as big as possible to work all the muscles in our glutes, particularly our glute med and our glute min, and the little deep external rotators underneath them, the piriformis, the two gemelli, the two obturators and the quadratus femoris, but there's not a test at the end, so you don't need to remember that. Now, from here, stretch this leg long, and we're going to draw our circles here. And we're going to make them small to medium-sized circles, but the key component that I'd like you to do here, everyone, is make sure this leg goes as far back as the leg goes forward. Nice. Make sure that knee stays straight. Keep it long. Very good. And I'm sure you're all appreciating at home that we're now starting to feel a good sense of burn into this glute. This is fantastic. Keep going. You burning there, Lucy?
No, I'm fine.
You're fine. Oh, noted. Okay, keep going. And let's circle that leg in the reverse direction. Awesome. So even with the change of direction, still focusing on taking that leg behind you. So we're taking you into hip extension. So hip extension is when the leg goes behind your body. Very important that we maintain this, especially considering we're spending a lot of time sitting down at desks or kitchen tables. Beautiful. Burning yet, Lucy? Good. We better do a few more just to make sure she really is. She's not telling us a little fib. And
Keep going.
keep going. Then let's bend this knee. Place that leg down in front of us. Stretch the underneath leg out long. From here, reach the underneath leg out long towards that opposite wall, wherever you are at home, everyone. Exhale as we float the leg up off the floor long and straight. Inhale to lower it back down. Exhale, bring the leg up. Inhaling to lower it back down. Very good. So reaching really long through that leg. It's not about height, it's about length. Awesome. Making sure the top half of your body is relaxed and melting down into the mat underneath you, everyone. Great. 3 more leg lifts. And bring that leg up, pause with it there. And then again, big capital letters, no cursive, full enunciated letters, first, middle, and last name here, everyone. Awesome work. Keep on going, keep that knee straight, make sure it's not bending, keep working those inner thighs, and really be clear and crisp on each of those letters. Awesome work. And then when we're done here, we'll bring that leg down and bend the top leg and reach the, bend the elbows, place the hand behind the head here. Elbows touch to start with, hips are stacked, open the top elbow up towards the ceiling and then start to rotate and twist the spine here. Inhale, breath as far as we can go, and then exhale, bring the elbow back down in front of us. Awesome. Opening the elbow up to the roof, twisting around into a nice big yummy thoracic stretch here. Elbow comes back down. Very nice. Very important to maintain mobility and openness through the front of the chest. Awesome. Very good for stiff, sore upper backs, necks, and shoulders, everyone. Fantastic work. We'll do 3 more of these. Key points we're focusing on here. Hips are stacked on top of each other, keeping them very still and very steady. Nice. 1 more here, everyone. Make it your best one yet. Twisting and rotating all the way open. And bringing that elbow back down, pausing there. Let's then come up into our 4-point kneeling position. So hands and knees down on the mat. Head up this end here, Lucy. Awesome. Now from here, we're going to make sure that the knees are underneath our hips and that the shoulders are over the tops of the wrists. We're going to draw an invisible line between the 2 tips of our middle fingers. Once we visualize that line, let's then place a dot in the middle of it. What we're going to do now, everyone, is we're going to bend the elbows and then touch our nose to the little invisible dot between our 2 middle fingers. And the elbows will come, going down, Lucy, going down, do it, and then back up. And that's much more challenging than you'd anticipate. Bend the elbows, touch the nose to your dot, and then bring it back up. Very nice. So we've built up towards this exercise today, everyone, from all of that prone work that we did and all of the glute work that we did. Keep those ribs connected. Elbows are in close by the side like those little grasshopper wings that we practiced when we were lying on our tummy. Oh. Awesome. We'll do 3 more of these here at home, everyone. Inhaling as we come down, and then exhale as we go back up. Now, if you can't get all the way down, that's good. Just bend the elbows to where you can go. Keep those legs down, Lucy. And let's do 1 more, coming down and pausing there. And we're going lower, Lucy. And we'll do little pumps up and down. Stay there. 12, 11, little pumps. Yep. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, bit lower, make it work, thank you, 5, 4, oh, she's going slower, 3, 2, 1, and all the way back up, and then bottom back onto your heels here, everyone. Enjoy a nice stretch here again. Nice. So that was to work into the tricep muscles, the muscles on the backs of the arms, very important. Awesome. Then coming back up to 4-point kneeling again, we're now going to place the right foot in the middle between our hands and come into a hip flexor stretch. So from here, everyone, we can either stay with the hands down here, or Lucy's going to demonstrate it by putting both of her hands onto her thighs. Now, what we're doing is we're thinking about our tailbone here. Remember we had the monkey tail before that went up to the ceiling when we were doing the bridge? We've now got the tail going the other way. So we're tucking the tail down between the thighs to give ourselves a stretch in through the front of the thighs here. Very nice. Good. Can you feel that, Lucy? Yep. Good. Did you like that monkey tail analogy? Yes, I think so. Good. I think Chris really liked it. He likes monkeys the most in the clinic. Good. Now, from here, let's bring ourselves into a hamstring stretch. So we're going to start to lean back a little bit here. Hands come down onto the ground next to the thigh there. Notice that Lucy's leg doesn't go all the way straight. That's good. That's normal. If yours does, that's good and that's normal as well. But what you should be feeling is a stretch through the back of this thigh here, everyone. If you'd like a little bit more, but Lucy doesn't, you can curl your toes up towards your nose, and that's going to give you a little bit more stretch in through your sciatic nerves and your hamstrings. Nice. Then lean your chest back forward again. Take this foot back down next to the other one and then replace it with the left foot. Bring that forward. Good. If this is enough for you, stay there. Otherwise, coming up into our tall lifted position here. Shoulders are organized. Monkey tail curl between the thighs. Stretching in through the front of the right hip now. Good. Stay up nice and tall, Lucy. Good. Like you've got someone pulling on this ponytail of yours. Good. Shoulders are out of the ears. And if you need a little bit more, you can just always lean forward just to get that last little component of the stretch. Beautiful. Then let's start to bring the pelvis back a little bit. Stretch that front leg a bit more forward. Place the hands down onto the earth next to the legs to give ourselves a stretch in through our hamstring. Holding it here, either straight leg or a little bit of a bend, whatever feels good for us. If you need more stretch, you can always curl your toes up towards the nose, but that's not necessary. That's just a little bonus. That's the cherry on the top of the cake if you want it. Some of us like to have our cake and eat it as well, don't we, Lucy? I'm eating too much cake at the moment. Then bringing yourself back out of that, bend the knee, lovely. And let's come up to standing on the mat in front of the trapeze table here. Let's see if we can fit in the screen, and we'll finish off with a standing roll down. So we're going to turn to face towards that way there, Lucy. Arms down here. Take an inhale breath. And exhale, chin to chest, rolling down here, everyone. Noticing how she's articulating. So she's getting that lovely curve over the back there. She goes all the way down. She bends her knees a little bit to take the stretch out of the hamstrings. Take a big inhale breath down there. And exhale, rolling back up again. Coming up slowly. Shoulders are melting down out of the ears. Big inhale breath. And exhale, rolling down. Let's do one more of these. Let's all move together. Everybody on the internet, let's all move as one big square one community. Coming down, softening through the knees, soft through the back of the neck. Big inhale breath, rolling back up, coming all the way up to the roof. Into your tallest posture you can make. Stretch the arms up towards the ceiling. Lucy will rotate 90 degrees to the left to face towards the screen. Stretch your arms out long, everyone. Pause here. Stretch them equal as long as they can go. And then fold your elbows and give yourselves a big clap. Happy Wednesday afternoon, everyone. Let's see you next Wednesday for some more Pilates at 1:15. This is our new thing. All right, bye now. See you soon.